the academic procession.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a well foretold. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional acknowledgement of country.
Thank you. Warime Midigan Nalawa. Good evening and welcome. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people by acknowledging that we meet indeed in Aboriginal land, Wallamata, the snapper fish country, ancestral homelands of the Wallamedigal clan. I'd like to also thank the University for their invitation to come and be with you today and join in this acknowledgement. The acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the neighbouring Burrabarongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria as she's known, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them there, seeking refuge during the brutal displacement of our people throughout the 1800s. And it soon became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he encountered a people that he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here in Wallamata for the past 30,000 years. So please consider, this is not a dream or an ideal yet to be realised. This is normal life for us and for the longest time, and not that long ago either. And so there's no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and there's still much magic and goodwill in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great, wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the country. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us where you can, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by finishing up now and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you. Have a wonderful day and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yana.
Distinguished guest, I am pleased to introduce Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Nick Mansfield.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your acknowledgement of country. We're here today to celebrate the value and meaning of education, and it adds a huge amount to the significance of the event to be able to connect it to the long and strong traditions of education, knowledge and wisdom that have been taking place on these lands for many, many thousands of years. Your acknowledgement is a great honour to the university, and we thank you very much for your words. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, all our graduands, it's my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduands and their guests a special greeting from the members of the Macquarie University Council, the university's governing body. It's our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. Now I see and hear that we have a number of small children and even a few babies here today, and I want you to know that they are especially welcome. I also want you to know that we do not expect young children to stay still or to remain quiet during the long course of a graduation ceremony. This is very much an event for families and friends, and children are especially welcome. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a university degree is not an easy thing. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in pursuit of your end goal. But now you've made it, and I look forward to personally congratulating each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduates here with us as invited guests. The fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates to share in one of the most memorable days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important influence. So to our invited guests, congratulations to you as well, and thank you for coming along to celebrate this occasion with us. Universities are different from schools, colleges, and other educational institutions in that they link teaching, the sharing of knowledge and ideas, with research, the discovery and formulation of new knowledge and new ways of thinking. There are very few innovations in our world, whether it be in how we're treated when we're sick, how we interact with our environment, the technologies that increasingly define our work, communication, and entertainment, how we are educated, the laws we live by, the policies our governments pursue, or the cultural debates that define how we will live, think, and make values that are not touched by or even initiated by university research. A university education teaches you not only skills and knowledge, but gives you an awareness of how truth and new ideas develop and how they are tested and validated. Innovation is at the heart of every university and therefore also challenge, difficulty, and the excitement that go with them. Macquarie University is at the forefront of innovation and challenge. It was at Macquarie University, for example, in work done in conjunction with the CSIRO, that the world's first working WLAN microchip was developed, a technology that, the technology on which current Wi-Fi depends, and a technology that most of us are carrying around with us all the time and that we depend on 24 hours of the day and that many of you are using to record today's events. It's this spirit of innovation we celebrate, especially in the graduation of our PhD candidates, who are being awarded the world's highest academic qualification for projects that by definition must be original, groundbreaking and forward-thinking, no matter what the field. Everyone who's graduating today has had to confront these challenges of innovation, of new ways of thinking, and of change, a process that I'm sure has had its surprises and difficulties and confounding moments, as well as moments of anxiety, uncertainty, and stress. But graduates, you have confronted these challenges and you have won through. You have faced uncertainty and difficulty. You have been assessed against high standards, world-class standards, and you have met with success. You should be very proud of what you have accomplished. It is no small achievement. The university is certainly proud of you and what you have achieved. But we at Macquarie are also very much aware that education is not simply an academic matter. It is fundamentally about people and about human relationships. The university strives to be an hospitable, open and supportive environment. The friendliness, inclusiveness and approachability of Macquarie staff and students, for example, is often commented by visitors to the university, both from Australia and from around the world. That's an inherent part of the Macquarie University culture, and we intend that it will always remain so. Remember, you will always be welcome here on campus. Macquarie University will always be a leader in teaching and learning, and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. However, a collective journey is about building community where we have shared values and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on many issues might diverge. It's that combination of intellectual endeavour and human care that defines what a university is all about. Guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, all our graduates, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour and pleasure to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of our community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But first, it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Associate Professor Julian Drugan. Dr. Julian Drugan is Associate Professor and Director of Research and Innovation at the Department of Security Studies and Criminology here at Macquarie. He's also the Editor-in-Chief of the academic journal of Policing, Intelligence and Counter-Terrorism, published by Routledge. His academic research focuses on online extremism and disinformation. Through his career, Julian has worked with a range of stakeholders from government, the private sector and community groups to apply ethical, university-based research in devising solutions to contemporary security challenges. He's led research projects for the Australian and US Departments of Defence, for the New South Wales Government, for the United States Institute of Peace, amongst others. These encompass topics such as young people's engagement with online violent extremist content, the spread of far-right and conspiratorial narratives through social media, and the ways in which extremists propagate disinformation to undermine Australia's democracy and regional interests. Julian was instrumental in designing the Compact Countering Violent Extremism program run by Multicultural New South Wales and aimed at fostering broad societal resilience to violent extremism. The Compact program has been funded to over 15 million Australian dollars, has positively engaged with over 20,000 young Australians, and is now one of the longest running and most successful countering violent extremism programs operating globally. I now invite Associate Professor Julian Drugan to deliver the occasional address.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, members of the university, guests and graduates. First, I would like to thank all of you for being here today in support of our graduates, especially the friends, the family and the loved ones who have encouraged our students through their long years of discovery and helped them achieving their many accomplishments. I think I speak on behalf of all of us in the Department of Security Studies and Criminology when I say how much we've appreciated having such hardworking and inspiring cohort of students under our tutelage and care. I think I also speak on behalf of all of my colleagues behind me when I say how glad we are now to be returning them to you. So thank you. Graduates, I'm sure that just like I was in your situation, many of you are anxious and perhaps unsure about what is to come. But don't be. I'm here to tell you that your journey has only just commenced, and there are many as yet unknown and perhaps undreamt experiences and opportunities that are laid out before you. And knowing many of you as I do, I'm certain that now, with your graduation rite of passage behind you, you are entering broader society equipped well to find your place as emerging national security practitioners. When I sat down to write this address, many thoughts were going through my mind. What could I say to you that would be useful? Should I reminisce about my own journey through higher education? A rather sobering thought, probably a very boring address, I thought. How about recalling significant events and memories of this graduating class? For instance, I do remember taking some of you who were studying in Thailand as part of the new Colombo Plan on a tour of the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime some years ago in Bangkok. Now, for future reference, please don't ask if there are any takeaway gift bags when leaving. But instead of these approaches, I decided to focus on an uplifting and an inspirational message to, as they say, give you a call for action. And this is not difficult, it's not at all phony, because I know that's exactly what you've already experienced throughout your time with us, whether as an undergraduate, as a postgraduate, or as a higher degree researcher. Now, I called you all emerging national security practitioners earlier. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean that all of you will go on to work for government in, say, intelligence, law enforcement, policy making, emergency management, or defence. But some of you will. Our graduates now fill all of these often prestigious positions and roles throughout Australia and beyond. One of the things I most love about my job is keeping in contact with former students and hearing about the fascinating and the important things that they go on to do. Often these include graduate positions with offices like the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade or Prime Minister and Cabinet. But sometimes these connections are much more unexpected. I remember being asked to dinner with the Australian Federal Police representative in Abu Dhabi some years back, he invited along 2 junior members who had just flown in from Canberra to assist in managing the field officer's cybersecurity. 1 young woman, 1 young man, very much like all of you sitting before me. They both turned out to be my former students. But public service is not the only role that you will go on to fill. Many of you will move into the private sector. Big business has been snapping up our graduates, particularly for jobs focusing on cybersecurity, on intelligence analysis, on risk assessment, or risk management for companies such as the big consultancy firms, airlines, or financial institutions. But others have gone on to work in the non-government sector, as many of you will as well, with the NGOs, the aid organisations and the civil society groups that do so much to assist communities across our planet, responding to the drivers of human insecurity, to war, to terrorism, to hunger, oppression and exploitation. One of my great experiences with a graduate, and one that I cherish to this day, happened a few years ago when I visited a young woman who had graduated from one of our master's degrees and who was now based in Lebanon working for the Red Cross. She was managing a refugee camp just on the outskirts of Beirut. For one day, I joined her in her rounds through the camp. Here we surveyed a displaced population, families who were roiled by warfare and terrorism, and we delivered food and medical supplies to those who needed them. Our graduate had worked hard to allow me entry to this camp. These places are usually very restricted. But she had taken the time to build relationships with the camp wardens and the unofficial leaders who brokered influence in this seemingly very chaotic environment. She had learned their language, built up trust through hard work and respect, and so was permitted to invite me to a place few outsiders get a chance to witness. Now, I know that you too will end up working and making your own contributions in different ways and in various places in Australia and beyond. And I also know that you will be successful because you will bring with you the education, the skills, and also the values that we've worked hard to instill. And what do I mean by this? Well, to start with, your degree in security studies and criminology has been uniquely multidisciplinary. This means that you have been taught to understand the challenges societies across the planet face from not only one disciplinary perspective, but many. You've been exposed not only to international relations approaches to global studies, but to the history that informs current events, to the social and anthropological drivers that underlie things such as warfare, extremist movements, or online disinformation. You've been taught intellectual approaches that encompass psychology, data analytics, or languages. You are also, I know, equipped with well-rounded problem-solving skills. Our degrees are problem-oriented and focused on building solutions to very real issues. The complex and interconnected challenges that we face today as communities, as nations, and even as a species demand practical problem-solving approaches that can address the many factors that underlie conflict, crime, extremism, and issues such as environmental risk. Our degrees have, I know, given you the flexibility necessary to appreciate and solve complex, interconnected problems from a practical, an applied, and a can-do perspective. And yes, your degree has been applied. You've learnt from world-class scholars and also from practitioners who have experience working in the field. Sometimes these people are one and the same. I know many of you who have undertaken internships, group work placements, or been awarded scholarships to study abroad in Singapore, in Bangkok, Jakarta, Manila, or Taipei. The networks that you have made will go on to tie Australia to its region through bonds of cooperation and friendship. Your time with us has, I know, also instilled in you a commitment to tackling and addressing complex security issues in an informed and in an ethical manner. In a way that is committed to the principles that underlie our society and this university: human dignity, liberty, equality, service to community, and a commitment to rational, facts-based inquiry. And finally, I know that your time at Macquarie University has served perhaps its most important function in immersing you in the very things that we strive to secure when we talk about national security or security studies. What do we mean when we say we are securing our society? It's a question that perhaps we don't ask often enough. At its most fundamental, I suggest that we are securing the things this university and others like it embody: literature, art, cultures of informed debate, traditions of philosophy and science, the museums, the galleries, the social clubs that form the fabric of this university. These embody some of the very best aspects of contemporary Australian life. And if you leave us with fond memories of these, then perhaps all the money and the effort that we put into securing society will actually be worth something in the end. So I know that you will all go on to make a difference in the world, and that the world will be a much better place for it, and that your careers will be meaningful careers. What you do will matter, and I expect you'll enjoy it. This is your call to action: to continue to apply the knowledge and the values that you've demonstrated here, to go on and to join our previous cohorts of graduates who are now ambassadors for our university and the wider society that it represents. My message to all of you is to continue along this path that you've started, to continue to excel and to enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Professor Drugan, for those words. I think your connection with the graduating cohort, not only as a leading researcher in the field, but also as their teacher, adds an extra dimension of value and inspiration to your words, so thank you very much. As Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at events like this one and conferring degrees on those who've complied with the university's requirements for awards. I now call on Acting Registrar Dr. Belinda Tiffin to formally certify the eligibility of those who've met the university's requirements for awards.
Pro-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent for the degrees to which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. I now call on Professor Chris Dixon, Executive Dean at the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Dixon.
Pro-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. Students and staff from the Faculty of Arts develop critical, inquiring and curious minds. They work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems. They identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they need in order to understand the world, past, present and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, education, English, geography and planning, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology, and security studies and criminology. Through transformative education, Faculty of Arts graduates are equipped to face social challenges with a deep evaluative mind, strong reasoning, and a well-established ethical compass. They explore their creativity and passions while developing transferable skills like communication, critical thinking, and digital literacy. These skills are extremely sought after by employers. To our graduates, as you reflect on the last few years, I'm sure you'll agree that Macquarie University is home to a wonderful community of people. The relationships and networks you have formed will continue to serve you well into the future as professional contacts, as academic mentors, and as lifelong friendships. Thank you. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to the degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Security Studies. Kyle Everson. Kieran Simmons. Lachlan Yates. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies and Bachelor of International Studies, Fersini Banbas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Suma Ruufami. Gemma Boles. Jack Bretch. Caitlin Foster. Joshua Yotopoulos. Elijah Latu. Wei Ying Lee. Jasmine Raju. Michael Salmon McGuinness. Erica Sock. Madison Spitzer. Rubina Bahi. Connor Barry. Dominic Belgrove. Dylan Bellett. Brandon Beltrame. Daniel Bowers. Rebecca Tsai. Mia Crossingham. Elena Cusack. Luke Davey. Jordan Davies. Samantha Day. Kaylin Dennis. Martin Donetto. Mona Al-Hashim. Georgia Marie Ellis. Levi Evans. Michael Fotheringham. Mia Francis. Maggie Fry. Nathan Gregoriadis. Mark Grilakis. Ellie Hearn. Mason Hunter. Julie Chang. De Young Jen. Leila Kacanic. Jason Curry. Alex Kingham. Ben Lincoln. Crystal Leo. Maggie Ma. Amani Macquarie. Sean Marasha. Sarah Madden. Adrian McCann. Andrew McKenna. Justin Mercado. Kai Mirabito. Tahila Moti. Tristan Murali Taran. Charlotte Uzair. Maximus Preston. Janaya Reynolds. Olivia Simpson. Eve Slater. Danielle Smith. Selena Stabali. Catherine Stucci. Daniel Tomstich. Jonah Tufts. Tiana van Gastel. Samuel Vasic. Stephanie Versace. Brenton Warren. Camden Watt. The recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Benjamin Wood. Jonas Zabat. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies and Master of Counter-Terrorism, Yvonne Hartwig. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies and Master of Criminology, Sarah Vardy. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies and Master of Cyber Security Analysis, Jade Buckley. Jessica Guan. Lisa Nojar. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies and Master of Intelligence, Jonathan Lim. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies and Master of Security and Strategic Studies, Dominic Lowe. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism and Master of Criminology, Casey Hanlon. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism and Master of Intelligence, Reese Bell. Reese Borum. Connor Ward. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism and Master of International Relations, Lauren Dunn. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism and Master of Security and Strategic Studies, Michael Lavering. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Criminology and Master of Cyber Security Analysis, Emma Harrison. Soham Sanjay Parab. Ushma Sapkota. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Cyber Security Analysis and Master of Intelligence, Dimitri Dubuk. Adrian Iana Sito. Claire McCarthy. Carlan Miguel. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Relations and Master of Security and Strategic Studies, Nelly Jasmine Lepavai Viti. Katrine Sandholt. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism, Molly Groark. Emma Hawley. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Criminology, Courtney Bonsor. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Cyber Security, Michael Plon. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Cyber Security Analysis, Paige Baker. Benjamin Edwards. Rishab Kanhai. Alexander Mesterovich. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Intelligence. Leah Adamson. Augustine Carr. Jonas Dowson. Chiran Ganesan. Owen Jennings. Francine Jepson. Karina Law. Martin Rollo. Eleni Savus. Maria Valentine. Indeed. Stephen Winner. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Security and Strategic Studies. Christopher Jackson. Luke Smith. Muhammad Rehan Faki Sihafa. Pro-Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation to a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Ashley Shankar for a thesis entitled The Darker Side of War, examining the role that social abjection and stigma play in prohibiting female reacceptance into minority cultures post-wartime rape. Kapil Singh for a thesis entitled The Weaponisation of Digital Media for Furthering the Jihadist Ideology in Australia. Pro-Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Pro-Chancellor, I call on Dmitry Dubik, who graduated with a Master of Cybersecurity Analysis and a Master of Intelligence, to speak on behalf of the graduating group.
Pro-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates, and guests. This moment, a culmination of years of dedication and hard work, marks not just the end of an academic journey for some, but the beginning of a future replete with possibilities. On this day, we celebrate, yes, the attainment of our degrees, but also the resilience and perseverance that have been the hallmark of our time at Macquarie University. It is with a sense of pride and gratitude that I stand before you, representing the graduates of the Faculty of Arts. To my professors and mentors, I truly thank you for your unwavering support, guidance, and inspiration. You have challenged me to think critically, analytically, and to pursue my passions with enthusiasm. If I may, I would like to personally thank Mr. Ed Moore for lighting my passions for cybersecurity, but also for trusting me as a seasonal teaching academic for 2 years. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to every one of the conveners and professors who have marked my passage in the Department of Security Studies. Dr. John Cottam, Dr. Jennifer Hunt, Dr. James Ramsey, Dr. Jeffrey Foster, Dr. Vince Hurley, thank you. I extend my appreciation to all other members of the Faculty of Arts who have dedicated their time to support my academic journey. You have taught me more than theories and fact. You have taught me to think, to challenge, and to search for the nuances of gray. To my family and friends who have watched me transform into a creature of the night, illuminated only by the glow on my screen, for occasionally reminding me that there's a world outside that doesn't involve peer-reviewed articles or similarity checks. Thank you for your love and your encouragement, for believing me even when the path ahead seemed daunting. To Darren, Ray, Frankie, Adrian, Eliza, Matt, Sonia, and all the others, thank you for the laughs, late-night studies, and brain-wrecking reports. Thank you for forming a group that was united, strong, and strive for excellence. I wish you all the best for the future. To Michelle and Graham, thank you for welcoming me into your Aussie life and becoming dear friends. To my parents who are far away in Canada in the cold weather, thank you for your unconditional love and support throughout the years. To my fellow graduates of all faculties, as we embarked on new journeys, let us remember the lessons we have learned, the sweat we have shed, and the friendship we have formed. We have gained the tools to make a difference. Now, it is our turn to put them to use to stimulate change. With the slightly questionable coping mechanism that we've developed, we have proven that we can handle anything, from existential crisis over essay topics and referencing, to making sure we don't lose 5% at 11:59. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of the graduates. Together, we have explored the complexities of our disciplines, forged lasting friendships, and somewhat prepared ourselves for the challenges that lie ahead. Here's to the adventures that await us, armed with nothing but our wits, our degrees, and a profound appreciation for caffeine. For this day, let us forget the daunting question, what are you planning to do after graduation, and focus on celebrating our achievement. Thank you, and let the next chapter begin.
Thank you very much, Dimitri, for those warm words. I do have to say I'm jealous of anyone who has a degree called the Master of Intelligence. So congratulations again. Thank you. That was Angela Brewer. Angela is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Will you please join me again in thanking her for that superb performance? Please also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, Heather Mowen-Boyd. And on the trumpet, Melanie McLaughlin. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni community who've generously offered their time to ensure that today's events run smoothly so we can all celebrate the occasion. And finally, please join me in thanking our technical team who ensure that the proceedings can be seen and heard, not just for all of us here today in the hall, but those also watching the event on live stream. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it certainly does not represent the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you're now part of the bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, which has over 234,000 graduate members living in more than 150 countries around the world, now welcomes you to its fold. We look forward to seeing you back on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, or simply to visit the beautiful campus and reminisce about the times you spent here as a Macquarie University student. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. We urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. We urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. We urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. And remember, the world isn't only changed by the great leaps forward of an Albert Einstein or a Marie Curie, but by the many contributions, small and large, of people just like you. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So we urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a small gesture or a kind word can mean an enormous amount. We challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. Our hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you'll use what you've learnt here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, we charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also our hope that you always remember the people who've helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us this afternoon. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to please stand. Now, I want you to place your testamas on your seats behind you and turn around to face your families and friends. And now it's time to give them a mighty round of applause. Please turn around now. Don't sit down, don't sit down. Here on the dais with me are representatives of our academic staff who've supported and led you throughout your journey. So please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing. Do pick up your testamas from the seat behind you. We don't want you to forget them. The official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies like this for many hundreds of years. There's an age-old set of Latin lyrics to this music which begins Gaudeamus igitur dum sumus juvenes. Translation, this graduation exit song starts, "Therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young." The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the very same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of the state and the city and of happiness. Again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and very best wishes for futures filled with success, satisfaction, but above all, with happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly, I'll lead the official party out of the hall, followed by the graduates in procession. I then invite you to follow the graduates out and join us on the dais behind for some light refreshments. In closing today's wonderful celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudiamus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.